Where you guys tried it for 2 minutes. It didn't go too well.
Let's try. Okay.
Okay.
I want us to use the verb to feel instead of to think. I feel good about this. This makes me feel happy.
I feel like this is the logical solution.
all right. Welcome to all right. Welcome to Talking with Famous People. I am the host, Zachary. We have our host, Eric. We have Lindy. We have Patrick. We have Eric, and we have Lorenz on the mic. And in this video, we're going to open up. We're gonna open up.
Is this FI, bro? Is this FE?
I'm bringing both F's to the table.
How are you guys feeling?
I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling happy. I'm feeling laughing.
Is laughing a feeling?
Absolutely. It's one of three feelings. There's laughing, there's sad, and there's angry.
Those are three feelings?
Those are the three feelings.
Yeah, those are the only three feelings that exist.
Oh, there's excited, too. Last night I felt sad.
Wait. Excited and laughing's not the same feeling?
No.
Excited is under laughing.
Laughing is somebody made a funny joke and I feel laughing.
What if you laugh at something that's not necessarily funny?
That's
well,
sarcasm.
if you're laughing at it honestly, then it's funny to you.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe that's just you're not perceptive of what's funny.
If you're laughing at it for social reasons, I don't do that. Most people do a certain amount of that. Because, it's nice to fill the space where it's expected.
What happens is, if I'm standing in a circle and 5 people just start laughing, I start laughing at them laughing. Like, it's just like, that's what happens.
I think it's an FE thing. You think it's an FE thing?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's an FE thing.
Yeah. I can, if someone...
Eric, how do you feel?
How are you feeling, Eric?
Me?
Eric, how do you feel?
Wow.
Feel us your feelings, Eric.
Wow. I'm feeling wow. It's just wow.
Sometimes I forget I have emotions, yeah.
Whoa.
Eric, we gotta hear it now. He's holding out on us. He's got a big emotion. We're here, ready to hear it.
Here it comes.
I'm gonna go with vulnerable.
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 That's great. People love vulnerable.
I guess so.
Yeah. Oh. I like when people actually say their emotions instead of like trying to be tough the entire time. Like when someone walks in, they're like, "Yeah, I'm tough." I'm like, "You don't look that tough."
That's usually how I enter rooms. As soon as I walk in the room, I make sure everyone identifies
tough's not an emotion? I don't think tough's an emotion. Do you think tough's an emotion?
I feel tough. I feel tough.
I mean, perhaps for a guy.
I feel tough like
I don't know.
jerky.
Like a testosterone, I feel like a dude. I don't know.
I feel tough.
Is insecurity or self-consciousness a feeling?
Wait,
what was this said?
Insecurity or self-consciousness?
That's totally a feeling.
Insecurity, self-consciousness, and feeling.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that might.
Anxiety, maybe. I mean, what is self-consciousness? What is it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it anxiety?
Yeah, I guess so.
It's not being lost in the flow of the moment.
What? Anxiety?
Self-consciousness. Not being lost in the flow of the moment. Feeling the awkwardness of one's presence
metacognition
while one is present.
Oh,
are you really present?
That sounds like existence, Eric.
That sounds like Enneagram 5.
Maybe for INTP, see, I'm mostly lost in the moment. I don't reserve that distance most of the time. I mean, maybe I do, but
that's really foreign to me. That's foreign to me.
It's reflexive. It's not like really thought out. What are you feeling? Tell us your emotions.
Huh?
Tell us your emotions. What are you feeling?
Oh goodness, what am I feeling? I guess I don't know.
Are you feeling? Let's see. What are some old-fashioned feelings? I think the word languid comes to mind. Are you feeling languid?
Lamentable.
What's
Or lugubrious? Are you feeling
languid?
lugubrious?
I don't even know what these words mean.
I don't know what lugubrious means either. Languid
Is it
means
a word?
like filled with malaise. I think it is. I think it's
sounding sad and dismal. That's lugubrious. Do you look or sound sad and dismal?
Do you look or sound sad and dismal?
I try to feel.
I don't know, y'all
and I
tell me.
lament.
You don't. One of my favorite adjectives is coquettish. I wouldn't say that's exactly an emotion. Maybe
What
it
is
is.
What does that mean?
Coquettish.
What is that?
I think it means like flirty or something, or
Behaving in such a way as to suggest a playful sexual attraction.
I've got an idea.
You
I've got an idea.
coquettishly, Eric?
How about we all, as well, we're all pretty much we're thinking types here. Let's go around and everyone try to identify what love is. Give us your definition of love.
Oh.
Damn.
no quoting Mega Bro allowed.
Uncomfortable. This makes me uncomfortable because I just want to look at the definition.
No.
What the Mega Bro has the best definition, but you can't quote Mega Bro. You have to come up with your own definition.
I don't know Mega Bro's definition. I'm sure he'll put it in the
It's
comments
long.
though.
It's a long definition. It's got like
comments,
two lists of 24 things or something like that.
I don't understand. I don't understand like why
I
you
will
make
begin.
up definitions of words.
I will begin.
You don't understand why I make up definitions? Okay, Zach, go ahead.
Like if I ask someone, okay, define love, and they give me a definition other than the like standard definition, I'm like that doesn't count. Like it's
The
not.
standard definition isn't any fun, that's why.
Love is a biological inclination to fuck. Next person.
No. Love is a well-functioning relationship.
Alright, go on. Ahead.
All right,
wait.
love. Oh, head. Sorry.
Oh no, I didn't know
No.
who he said.
Yeah, yeah, we're going. Well, on my
It's
screen,
not the
you're
same
next.
for all. It's not the same for all of
Yeah,
us.
I know.
Sorry.
On my screen, head is next.
Okay, what is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
I think it depends on the person. I don't know. It's like
Well, you're the person in this scenario then.
okay. So I guess then love would be putting someone above yourself, like thinking of someone other than yourself, not being selfish.
Hey, can we narrow this to sexual relationship love? That's what I meant when I was talking about love.
Okay.
Fuck, I was gonna have an out.
Yeah,
what?
that's what I meant. When I was talking about love like that, I meant in a relationship love. That kind of love I view as simply a relationship that requires little maintenance, that runs on its own with...
Well, that's not my definition, bro. Don't cramp my style, bro.
Okay, I'm just saying, well, then are we narrowing the topic or not? Because if you want a topic of all of love, then I'll go at the end and go again, because I can't use
I think
mine.
that's the problem, though. I think ENTPs and INTPs, I think they want relationships to be without effort. That's their ideal relationship, right? But I don't think all types see relationships that way. They don't want love that comes without effort. They probably want love that's passionate, right?
In socionics, they talk about romantic styles for types. If you guys.
Okay. Wait, let's get everybody's definition, though.
All I heard was
interrupted.
I'm right.
My bad. Go ahead.
Who's next?
Wait.
Eric?
Me?
Eric, go ahead.
First, I'll comment on Zach's comment and say I want love that is passionate. So I would have to disagree and not say like I view love as in a relationship sense as essentially finding a partner that you would want to experience the fucked upness of life with.
good definition?
Yeah.
Patrick?
Love. I mean, you guys have got some good definitions right here. The one, I mean, the answer I just want to give is like it's just the unthinking feeling you have for another person that takes hold of your brain in ways your conscious mind cannot fathom correctly, such as, you know, in a relationship with another human or in a relationship with pizza or a cheeseburger or my dog. You know, these are all ways you could use it. So
How
that's
about
my
you,
definition.
Lorenz?
I think it might be kind of a mixture of Zach's and Eric's, because I think it is a biological inclination to reproduce, but at the same time, it is, yeah, you want to find, love would be a relationship where you're willing to stay connected with them, and you're both willing and wanting to experience the world together.
I see.
That's probably the best definition right there.
See, that's unfair, though. He had time to let his NE take in all the answers and then synthesize that through his TI. That's unfair.
But I mean, see, to me, like, if things are functioning well and it's not requiring a lot of maintenance, then chances are we're both getting what we need out of it. And what I need out of a relationship, I understand well at this point, being old and having been through a couple marriages. What chicks need out of a relationship continues to baffle me.
Any response to that, Lindy?
Love
I don't understand most women.
Yeah, is it love or the typing of the person?
Well, me neither.
You're breaking up, Eric.
I think I would probably do well with. Oh, sorry. I personally think I'd do well with probably an INTP. They seem to be the people who get along with me, and I get along with them.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
What about an ISFJ?
But
How do you think you do? Because in socionics, that's your.
Well, I had an ESFJ. I had an ESFJ as my second wife, you know.
Oh shit.
And
Oh, shit.
it went okay for a while. It went okay for a while. The problem is when they expect, they move the goalposts is what happens. They don't want what they say they want, and then they're satisfied, right? They say what they want, and you do that thing, and then they want something else.
They continually want more from you?
Yeah. Well, remember what you were telling me? If I could just behave this way differently, then you'd be happier. Oh, sorry. Well, somebody else talk. I talk too much.
I think that Lorenz kind of summed it up. I think there's a theory called the triangle of love, and I forget the name of the psychologist who proposed it, but basically what it proposes is that there are three aspects to what you would call love, right? So there is the passion, and the passion would be the not the passion that we define it as, but passion would be the biological inclinations of fuck. Intimacy would be emotional intimacy. It'd be the comfortability to share like emotions and whatnot. What, Patrick?
Sorry, you like there's like a chat room sound or something. What intimacy is what?
Intimacy is like you're comfortable enough to share emotions with the individual and share your inner workings. That would be the intimacy.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see, there's passion, intimacy. Oh, and commitment. Willing to commit. So, for example, like I would, on the aspect of the triangle of love with Eric, I would have commitment, and I would probably have some of intimacy. So it would probably primarily be like, let's assume like this is this is commitment down here, and then up here would be intimacy. I would probably have like maybe in the middle on the complete left, but there wouldn't be much like passion because we're not making out or anything like that. So.
So you said you had a lot of commitment and not as much of the other two, or average of the other two?
Well, I wouldn't have average on passion, but I'd have average on intimacy probably, or maybe a little bit
Mhm.
below average. Inties aren't really, we don't really share a lot of emotions, but
Mhm.
Actually, I was
Well,
going to
so
ask a question about that.
go on.
You want to go?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I guess as NTs mostly. Well, honestly, I want to phrase this question. What do you guys see, like, as you need mostly? Like, is it enough to find someone that you can connect with on an intellectual level? Or, like, do you find yourself wanting to be with more of a feeling type versus a thinking type? So this is just a
That's
question for the chat.
interesting. Well,
It,
go on, Eric.
just gonna say there are definitely things about being with an FJ and an ESFJ that are great. You know, they take great care of you, and you feel very well taken care of in every sense of the word. So that's great, but at the same time, there's a fundamental disconnect because they don't care how right you are. It doesn't matter to them if you're right or wrong.
And they don't even get it.
It doesn't matter if they get it because they're still not going to evaluate it on that metric.
Right, right.
I don't think I'm really experienced enough to answer that question, but based on what I can say, I think it's like Eric said. I think there's benefits to both, right? I don't think that T types are going to be there to really readily attend to your emotions, or really be able to understand them completely. But I don't think that F types or SF types are going to really be able to talk about things that might interest you, or they don't like Eric said, they won't care if you're right or wrong. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, for an INTP, our best thing to do would be to find like an intellectual ESFP, right? That would be like the ideal scenario, right? So they're
I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about INTP ESFP matchup.
oh really? I thought that in socionics
Well,
that's
according
the
to
ideal one.
No,
socionics,
oh,
yeah,
sorry.
according to socionics.
Are you thinking of ESFP? Sorry. Are you thinking of
That would
ESFP,
be
the one with dominant
INTJ.
extrovert sensing?
Yeah.
Because extrovert sensing is INTP's worst function. So if you have a partner with dominant extrovert sensing, like, I mean, socionics basically says it's the shittiest possible relationship of all time.
Socionics said they are the ESFP complements the
No, they
INTP.
said, so in socionics, INTPs
INTJ.
are INTJ.
Yeah, well that's one. Yeah, INTJs in socionics go with ASFPs in socionics.
No, they go with ESFJs in socionics.
Are you sure?
Yes. In socionics, your ideal match has extrovert feeling as their first function and introvert sensing as the second. You're basically you flipped.
Yes.
ESFJs, they have inferior introvert thinking, which means that they repress introvert thinking, except they actually want to get involved in introvert thinking activities. They just aren't very good at it. You know, like me as an ISTP, I like being expressive, you know, extrovert feeling, I like doing those types of things, but for the most part of my day, I repress that to do introvert thinking type things, like programming and stuff, you know?
Right. Any thoughts on this
What
stuff?
type am I supposed to be with?
What?
Anyone?
Am I supposed to be with ISFJ, just to clarify? So
You're supposed to be
Yes.
with, in Myers-Briggs terms, ISFJ.
Okay.
What's the what's the goal? Is it duality in socionics?
Yeah, duality.
Yeah.
Duality. Let's see. Someone talk. So this isn't boring.
So I can say something about that. I find that those relationships based on duality tend to function either really well or really poorly, depending on just how developed the people are. So are they on the same path of development in life? Because if one person is say say as an INTP, my FE is a little more developed for whatever reason. You say we're the same age, right? But I'm a little further along in my development of my functions, but she's not. That relationship is not going to work well because it's almost like we're going to reach that barrier where there's going to be no understanding at all because I can understand her, but she can't understand me.
Right. You're right. It's ESFJs, by the way. Right. I looked it up. It's ESFJ. I thought it was ESFP. I'm glad we cleared that
No,
up.
they're gonna fuck you over, bro. They're gonna fuck you over from day one. Actually,
I'm interested. I'm actually suspected my ex is an ESFP, so I want to hear your explanation as to why they fuck you over.
Well, okay, I'm being slightly sarcastic, but basically, the from what I've gathered from personal experience and theory is that ESFPs, when you first meet them, you think they're ESFJs because they're good at the same they're equally good at the functions ESFJs are good at. So they're good at extrovert feelings. So from day one you're like, oh, this person's cool, and then you realize that they don't give a shit about anything you like, and you don't give a shit about anything they like.
Oh my god, yeah, that's totally it.
So then like you walk in one day and it's like you realize, fuck, dude, like I hate talking to this person.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Oh my god.
So it's like they're a good front presented, but then over time it diminishes and you could just see over it.
Yeah, you meet on common ground, which is, oh, this person's good at feeling, I'm good at thinking, and then like it's like, oh, this person's good at feeling, but they don't like doing it. Oh, and I'm good at thinking, I don't like doing, sensing type shit, So that's why it turns out bad.
Yeah, I think
it makes perfect sense to me that an ESFJ and an INTP would be matched. Because the problem my ESFJ wife and I, basically, I was too rebellious. Other than that, we didn't really have any problems.
Yeah, because INTPs are less rebellious.
They're less rebellious.
Are they?
Like basically,
so it makes sense.
Like, okay, the stereotype is like the ESFJs are like the moms.
I actually have an
ESFJ
mom.
Yeah.
You have one?
Yeah, I do.
And the joke
ESFJ dad. I have an ESFJ dad.
Oh wow.
He's a fucking asshole.
The joke is that INFPs and INTPs can't take care of themselves because they have shit extrovert sensing, and so the ESFJs and ESTJs take care of them for them.
Ah,
yeah. But is that good for a relationship?
That's what it should be. Yeah.
Sorry, what?
It's real good as long as it lasts. Until they get sick of it and they move away.
Patrick.
The ESFJ wants to cook the INTP fucking dinner every day, and the INTP comes home and is like, "Thank you for cooking dinner." Like, thank you.
Wait, Patrick, what is your opinion of an ISTJ?
My roommate's one. I lived with him for 2 years.
How do you think about the ISTJ and the INTP relationship?
Oh well, okay. I mean, okay. In socionics, INTP is the ISTJ's benefactor, which basically means INTPs get more from, ISTJs get more from the relationship than INTPs do. So basically, the INTP doesn't really care about the ISTJ, and the IST really likes hanging out with INTPs, which I find funny.
My current girlfriend is an ISTJ, supposedly.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
How's that going?
It's going really well.
It's different when it's romantic, though. Socionics makes a difference. Hey, there's a separate thing that has to be factored in with socionics when it's a romantic relationship, because there's these different sexual styles: infantile, victim, aggressor, right? And I think it's absolutely true. NTPs are infantile, and we love having mom there who's going to just cater. It's perfect. But the thing is, I think just for you can just tell when you talk to INTPs and ENTPs, they really don't know what the hell they're doing. They're just like, I don't know, that's so scary.
I remember I had to get someone to help me.
My experience, but then
I would definitely use infantile to describe me. I'm so infantile when it comes to like mechanical shit. Like I remember having to when the first day I got my car, I had to get gas, and I had to ask some random person how to get gas because I just didn't. It just wasn't. I wasn't logically like comprehending it. Like I couldn't do it. I don't know. It was and it was so embarrassing, but like I needed gas, so I just asked someone to do it, and they didn't mind. You know.
I mean, then, my mom's an ESTJ, and so she's the caretaker like style, and she does this all the time. Like she basically tries to take care of me, but like it's not the ESFJ taking care, it's the ESTJ style taking care of you, which is just telling you random facts at any given point in time on how to live your life better. So it's like we'll be driving, like I'll be driving my car, and then she'll just be like, "Oh, you should turn the blinker on 20 feet before instead of 10 feet. That way, like it's just random facts."
Does she like when you were younger, like driving? Did she like every time she braked, would she put her hand over you like that shit?
It's like every time I drive with her, she just gets stressed as fuck because she'd be she'd be just like spouting out how to drive while I'm driving on the fucking freeway. But I mean, in the end, I like it because she the way ESTJs take care of you is that they do all the chores for you. Sort of like they'll buy you groceries and they'll drive you places and stuff like that. Whereas ESFJs are more like they'll take care of your feelings type thing. Like they'll take care of your feelings and they'll take care of making sure you're comfortable and stuff like that.
And that shit hurts, man. It just hurts in the stomach. You got to talk about your feelings. It's like, wow.
Yeah, it's like feelings. Like I've been, because then you realize there's a bunch of feelings you haven't been dealing with for a super long time, and they've just corrupted into this ball of just darkness, and you just keep shooting that shit away.
I've gone into the habit of just fucking talking to myself when my roommate's gone. It's just like this. It's just like I'm turning the valve of my emotion fucking nozzle, and just all my emotions just pour out for 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh, all right, if you guys have back to work.
I deal with my emotions. If I feel that my emotional states are getting weird, but I'm not aware of my emotions, I will watch the cheesiest fucking romance movie I can find, even if I fucking hate it.
Don't do that.
And it makes me cry like a bitch, and it gets it all out, and I don't have to deal with it. I'm not even conscious of it anymore. It gives me that catharsis. I've seriously done that shit. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta flush that shit.
What's your favorite cheesy movie? What's your go-to?
Are you a Notebook fan?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see. What is my go-to? Usually it's just something random on Netflix, but really anything will do the job. Anything that's any action movie, with you got the C major scale of the high pitch the orchestra and shit. I'm just sitting there fucking bawling my eyes out oh my god. Just any the bass, you hear the frequency notes and shit, and just anything that's anything that just is so simplistic, and it just fucking hits me in the feelings. I don't know. It's just any basic movie, some basic ass movie.
Do you guys enjoy romance movies?
I wouldn't say I enjoy it. I would say it's necessary.
It's a necessary evil.
It's just something you gotta
No, I
deal
don't
with.
like
You
I
gotta
don't
have
like
that
romance. I hate
catharsis.
romance movies.
Really.
Same.
Yeah, like I
I
mean,
I enjoy
that
them a
could be
lot.
because I'm an ISTP, and so like my romance style is the aggressor or whatever. Um,
What is my
but
romance style? What is it? What is my
yours
romance?
is
Is infantile?
infantile.
What's the
Yeah,
ISTJ's
Baby.
romance style?
caretaker. So like the ENFP is fucking out for like 20 hours a day, and then the ENFP comes home and the ISTJ has made their bed for them.
Ah, I see.
I'm just kidding.
No, definitely true though.
The more I think about that, I really
I'm
think
kidding, but it's kind of true.
see my last
No
ex
doubt.
like tested as an INTJ. They took the test and got that, and they were not an INTJ.
Can people please stop testing as INTJ
Yeah,
so I can
there's
Oh yeah.
everyone types as
correctly?
INTJ. Everyone types as that shit when they first take it. I
Or
typed that shit.
INFJ. Or INFJ.
And
That's
I
the
have
goal.
an INTJ friend. He's robotic as fuck. I don't think he has one emotion in his entire
Yeah, you
fucking
told me.
psyche.
That's shit FE right there. INTJs and ISTJs have shit FE.
That guy is a fucking robot. I love him to death. And
Ha-
I know he. I think my ex was an ESFP because like, oh god, it was terrible. It was terrible. I don't have anything against her or anything. It's just like we just weren't compatible. We didn't like anything each other liked. It just didn't work out.
Hmm.
Good you try though. You tried it and you realized, wow, this sucks. So now you know.
Yeah, it was yeah, but the ICJ relationship's going really well. It's going really well actually. So hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Where are you guys like most compatible? Because I know like ISTJs like to like solve puzzles and stuff like that. Do you guys? I don't know. Weird
They
question. Do
do
you guys
my
do any of
that's
that
so
stuff
funny. My
together?
ISTJ bought a 1,000-piece puzzle
There you go.
for a room.
Oh my God, my mom does likes to do that shit. I don't know her type though. I think she's an ISFJ. But well,
Like
there's
and not even just like puzzles, but I'm saying just figuring shit out
I
in
think that
general.
we I guess the areas we bonded on the most. I love that she lets me. She's really reserved, and she lets me just rant about anything, even if I'm fucking wrong. She
Mm.
won't tell me. She'll let me just rant on, and she'll give me like some feedback, you know.
Oh God, that's
Um,
good, dude.
but
The ISTJ
yeah.
I know has pretty set political views that if I crossed them, I would get a
Well,
um.
yeah, that's the one thing too is that she doesn't really. She's like me at the moment, where it's like we're both kind of like we're in like the meta phase, like we were talking about it earlier, Lindy, where it's like we're in the meta view of politics and really with everything. We're coming to conclusions and we're coming to conclusions together, and that's kind of cool. Um, I think it's definitely cerebral though. Some of the activities we do together, we listen to podcasts together, we play video games. We're both musicians, and it's like
Mm.
we're really compatible. We're like super fucking compatible. So hopefully everything works out. Yeah,
What instrument do you play?
the guitar.
I was hoping you said drums.
I do want to get a set of drums though and learn to play them not like shit. But I would like to I would like to get drums and set this shit up. But yeah, primarily just guitar right now. I'd like to get a bass as well and a flute. I'd like to have a flute.
I
It's
want
kind
to
of
get a
like a
hang.
yeah. What?
I want to get a hang.
A
Is
hang?
anybody? Yeah,
I'm not
you should
familiar.
look it up.
A
A
hang?
hang.
Yeah,
I want to get a
Hang.
sitar. That's what I want.
Oh shit, this is kind of cool.
A
Hang
yeah,
hang.
it's
I mean,
instrument.
awesome.
This is like a steel drum kind of, except like upside down.
let me ask this question: How how do you guys view your emotions? When it comes to the role in your decision making, just like how do you value them? How do you see them? How do you treat them?
Do you know anything about Enneagram?
Yeah, I know Enneagram. Yeah.
Okay, well I'm a 5, so basically I go about my day detaching from my emotions and trying to have them not affect my life whatsoever. And then I come home and just have this huge load of all the emotions I suppressed, and then I have to like deal with them, and then the next day I go about my day not having my emotions affect my decisions.
That's kind of similar to how I do it, except I don't even deal with my emotions in my own time. Like it's just it's
I
I
just
think
started doing that this past year. It's been helpful.
that I think I need to start doing that. Yeah.
I
How do you
recommend it.
well how do you deal with the emotions? How do you force it? Because that's something I don't know how to force with. Like I've sat before and just told myself like I'm gonna deal with my emotions and like nothing.
Well, yeah, I don't
In
know.
the
Like,
most robotic way possible. I'm going to deal with my emotions right
all
now.
right, the procedure of emotion handling. Well, I mean, I have my YouTube channel, so like, if I want to make a video, I either upload it to my channel or I just like rant at my screen. Like, I just rant for like an hour or whatever. It's just
That's an
me
interesting way to
talking to
do it.
myself.
I feel like I can easily tap into it through other people's feelings. Like I was feeling like pretty down earlier, and I watched Eric's like existential video, his the existential terror, and that gave me the
hmm
catharsis that I was like looking for, and I felt better after that.
I do that too sometimes. Like, it's like I'm searching for an answer for why I feel a certain way, and then I find the answer, and I'm just like, yes. Like if I'm feeling like depressed, like if I'm depressed about something, and then I find a video on YouTube that's like, this is why you're depressed. I'm like, oh shit, that's why I'm depressed. Yes, thank you. I
So
understand now.
It
you
makes so much
when
sense.
discovering something or like a eureka feeling makes you feel better.
Yeah, I think that's an Enneagram 5 thing.
Could be,
So
yeah.
that's interesting. So it sounds like there's this like almost like depersonalization,
Yeah,
and
I have to.
then
Yeah.
Yeah,
dealing with it.
I deal with my emotions by either through FE, so that would be
Yeah,
through
I
someone
know. Yeah.
else's emotions, or by like the movie thing. I was joking at the romance thing, but I do watch movies to get emotional releases, and I'll listen to music.
Right.
Although
Right.
music isn't as significant, it's more like there's something about like movies, like even the smallest thing will like cause me to have emotional reactions, like stuff that's not even like if nothing significant's going on, just like a little peaceful like almost banal interaction between like two movie characters will just have me
Yeah.
like have like emotional reaction. It's weird, like it's cathartic. It's very cathartic. I think it's important
Right.
too. Yeah.
I kind of have something to say on that point, what you were saying. I do the same thing with watching movies to kind of like let my emotions out. And I find that I don't always know how to let my emotions out, or like I won't really necessarily know if I'm feeling emotion, what that emotion is, or how to properly display that emotion to release it. But watching something very like you said, like a kind of like basic movie, you are literally watching them give the basic like response to an emotion. So it's like by watching them, it's almost like I can mimic that emotion for myself and actually feel
Yeah, it's
it
like through
by
FE.
watching them feel it.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
through FE. Yeah, it's a. I
Yeah.
think it's.
Is it because it's drawing you in like that emotionally?
I think no, I don't think it draws you in consciously. I think it just kind of slips little fucking like knives into your back. You don't realize what's going on, and then it just like I
Absolutely.
don't
Love
know how it
knives.
works.
Yeah.
I don't.
Romantic knives.
Yeah, I don't know how it works. I don't see it coming, but it works every time. So I don't know. Interstellar. That's a movie that gives
That
me.
movie made me like almost cry like 3 times. It
Dude,
was like
I
the
bawl my
music.
eyes out every single fucking
It was like
time.
the combination of the music. The music was amazing,
Hmm.
and then just like the crying scenes. I was like, oh my god, I'm about to lose my
Oh my
shit right
god,
here.
yeah, when he like sees his like well, no spoilers, but like, yeah, really
When
fucking.
he sees his
Are you
the
guys still talking
people.
emotions?
Yeah, we're talking about ways to
Still
release
talking
them.
emotions.
Ways to release emotions, huh? I
Post-Eric.
got some ex-wife. I gotta get my ex-wife in here. She was almost like down to call in, but I couldn't quite get her to. She's in. Hey, 90p man, you. I'll
You're
bring an ESFJ around. Oh, sorry.
Just start parenting
What?
us.
Yeah, I've got my ESFJ ex-wife, and one of these times for sure she's gonna come on. She's not that coming on. I was like, oh, we're talking about relationships. Did you come on? It's like, well, I do talking about that stuff.
Quadrabble, bro. You need to get her in for a quadrabble.
Yeah. Well, I see there's a certain sadness. Like, she's calling, she's insolving. You know, my daughter's with her and her family, and so the year for us.
You're breaking up really bad.
And you know what? I guess at the end of that phone call, okay, I gotta go, King.
Okay.
Is that better? Hear me better now?
A little bit.
Nah.
Does the hearing?
It's still.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
Try leaving, coming back.
Yeah, disconnect and reconnect.
Yeah.
The internet.
okay.
But yeah, I think Interstellar is in particular an INTP cathartic experience. That movie is
It's a really INTP movie. They threw in the whole like love is interdimensional, like sappy NEFE.
See,
type
I
stuff.
hated that little plot line because like you could apply that to any emotion, right? Like I don't see how it
Yeah, I
would
did
be
like
specific
how
to
stupid as
love.
hell. But
Yeah.
yeah, some people like it.
That's one of the little knives they slip in there so you don't fucking notice. Yeah. Get you
Love
emotional.
is interdimensional. You're like, that's stupid, and then you start crying.
Yeah. No, what gets me is when he's traversing the black hole. That shit gets me every time.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't get that moved by it. He just did it. Like I knew it was gonna happen. Like oh, you mean like when he was in the bookshelf, like
No, it's
flying
like when
around?
he's traversing it and he's trying to like document his experience and shit because he still wants people like if anyone finds the audio file like they'll at least have some understanding what happened. I don't know, for some reason that shit hits me in the gut. I don't know.
I just remember the part where he's crying and he's like driving really fast. I forgot where, but he's just like crying and the music playing. I don't know.
Hayden, you can if you can hear me, you can join in whenever. We're just talking about emotions. If
Have
have a
you
camera
guys?
and mic.
What's the time on this video, Zach?
42 minutes. Think you should wrap it up?
Let's
Emotions?
call it and start a new one.
All right, that's emotions. Watch movies.
I forgot we were recording.